welcome to another live Bone Shaman reading. Today is November 5th, 2021, and today we are going to be connecting to my ancient ancestral guide, the Bone Shaman, just like we did last month on First Friday. And I will be providing a reading, a general reading for the public, for the collective, based on the divination practice of bone casting. And I'm super excited to do this for a second month in a row. This is my second month doing this. And I really enjoy these readings because I get to get back into my channeling energy, where I really let the energy of the spirit, kind of, just flow through in a really strong way. And I think as I continue to do these readings, he's going to come through even more. Hi, Jasmine. The Bone Shaman, and you may hear me. My voice may change, the way I speak may change. This is what channeling is, and it's something that I've always been a little vulnerable sharing, but it's something that I host events on. I do channel and chill events out here in Arizona and also in other areas, but this is an opportunity for me to share with you my channeling ability and reconnect with it in a way where I'm sharing it more publicly. So I'm super excited about that. So you may notice that as we continue to do these readings, I'm going to be deepening my relationship with the Bone Shaman because he's a really new guide for me. He just came through a few months ago in a BQH session with my lovely sister, the Quantum Guide. And it's been really, really fun to connect to this new guide and allow it to teach me this new practice, really a very ancient practice of bone casting, but new for me. And so it's really exciting to share that and to share the process, because I think a lot of intuitives, a lot of healers, a lot of channelers, they don't really share the process of their experience deepening their channeling abilities and even deepening their connection with the guides that they channel. And I think that that's something that is missing in the community. I think we need to see that. We want to see that because everybody has the opportunity and ability and capacity to channel energy. And a lot of people are already channeling energy. They may not be channeling a certain spirit guide, but you're channeling your higher self, or you're channeling, your most exquisite intellect, right? Or your zone of genius on a topic, or your most physical, your most optimum fitness, right? You can channel your optimum fitness as well. So there's all different things that we can channel and that we do. We channel love, right? We channel connection. We channel so many different things. But we don't talk a lot about how that happens and develops into channeling certain spirit guides and how we can develop it into that. And channeling, as well as any intuitive development and esoteric knowledge, is something that I'm passionate about teaching. And so it's also something that I coach. So if you're interested in learning more about that, always feel free to email me at readingsbyruss@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to give you more info. I've actually got 2 open slots for my coaching program, which I rarely open up, but Spirit was like, hey, open up a couple spots during the winter months for anybody who would want to join. So that's open for anybody who's interested. All right, so let's go ahead and get right to it. I've got my candle here. I just want to bring this in. Shout out to Intuitive Readings by Amber. I'll have to put her actual Instagram in the description. She is the one that fostered this beautiful candle. It's almost gone, but it is gorgeous. It still has a crystal in there, deep down in there, and a bit of Palo Santo. Smells so good. So that's her new candle line. So we got that in the reading. And I've got my beautiful selenite. I'm just gonna wave that over my satchel of bones, if you will. And they're not all bones, you'll notice. So if this is your first time watching these bone readings, you'll notice that the things that I throw or cast are not actually just bones. There are some ancient kind of objects, but not so many bones. And this will develop over time. Because I'm new to these readings, it's exciting. I get to collect as I become a more avid reader. But all of these represent something. And so today, since we just had a new moon in Scorpio, we are going to do a little general reading about that, but we're also going to tap into the energy of the collective. And I will channel through the Bone Shaman for some messages. I may be channeling through his actual voice and body language, or it may just come through as a general reading like I usually do on the weekly readings and just speaking what I'm picking up from him. It's always different. Well, we never know until it happens. I'm going to open up the ceremonial space with a little drumming in just a second, but I also want to remind everybody that if you're watching right now and you have some specific questions, anything that you're, experiencing in your life, any conflicts, any contrast, anything that's complicated in your life, these readings are really, really great to watch. So these readings are for you if you're dealing with any conflict or complicated situation, or you're just needing some really good clarity on something. This is for you. And get your super chats ready, because I will be able to offer you a one-on-one personal reading here on this live if you have any particular questions or you want me to tap into something or ask the bones something for you. Just send me a little super chat donation on here and we'll be good to go. I also have Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, all the things. So if you don't have the super chat, just let me know and I'll send you the little tag so you can send that over. But just out of love, and if you can't offer anything, that's okay, because all the messages that are coming through are often very, very applicable to our own lives. Whoever's drawn to these readings, you're going to get the answers you need just by being here. So thank you for being here. All right, loves. So before I actually do the reading, I'm going to open up the ceremonial space with a little drumming for the new moon in Scorpio, which was yesterday. Shout out to the new moon in Scorpio yesterday. It was a powerful one. Check out my weekly reading that I posted on Sunday. That's going to give you some more information on the moon. Also, if you follow me on Instagram at Readings by Rissa, you'll see my new moon in Scorpio talk that I did a couple days ago, actually. I did it a little early, all about the moon as well. So feel free to watch that. But we'll do a little bit more from the Bone Shaman and see if we can get deeper into all of these Scorpio vibes and anything else that the guides want to speak on. Thank you, Jasmine, for the super chat donation. You can go ahead and submit your question, your personal question, if you want a personal reading. Feel free to submit that in the chat, and I will get to that as soon as we're done with the general messages. You'll be first up since you got your super chat donation in so quickly. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, loves, let's open up the ceremonial space. Let's just start to take a nice deep breath, big deep breath in. Big breath out. Deep breath in. Hold it. Big breath out. One more deep breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Big breath out, releasing any tension. Ceremonial space is open. All of the guides of the highest love and light vibration, our ancestors, keepers of the divine medicine of the earth, the beings of light that protect our bodies, our bloodlines, and our lineages. And the elements, all here supporting us. And so it is. All right, taking a moment to breathe. Ooh, so powerful, the drum. You know, the drum is so deep and beautiful and mysterious in a way. It always gives us something different. And the drum is really symbolic, I think, of the Scorpio season and even this time in our human history right now. Deep and mysterious, but soothing and rooted. And so I think that was a perfect way to open up. It's funny, I can feel the bone shaman wanting to speak as he did in the BQH session. And I can feel almost like the pressure and the expansion of my throat chakra, but I think I still have a little bit of resistance. Like I feel like I'm still integrating his voice and integrating his energy. So it almost feels like every time I go to let him through, my energy is like a little bit combative to it. So I have to really relax and let go and just get to know him more, get to know his energy. As you get to know a new guide, it takes some time, sometimes, especially since I haven't brought him forth on my own. I've only had him come through on a BQH session. It's taking some time to connect to his energy so much where I can relax into it and really let him fully come through. So it's kind of fun. And that's why I keep prepping all of you. Like my voice might change. There might be a moment where he really just comes through in all of his energy. And I don't know when that will be, but I can feel it. It's like so close. So it's pretty cool. I can even feel like him grunting like a little bit and just like all this like deep like deep energy. So pretty cool. All right, everyone, it looks like I got Jasmine's let's see, Jasmine's question. Perfect. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's go ahead and just allow for the general energy. And what I want to ask for this general energy reading is for our ancestors, our guides, and the bone shaman to help us understand what we may need to know to sift through any complicated scenarios that we are undergoing in our life or as a collective. What are the themes and what are the solutions for this present moment? All right, let's see what we got. This is blocking. There we go. Two pours from that question. Two pours meaning shaking the bag and pouring once and then pouring again. The two symbolizing this energy of two parts coming together. This energy of duality, this energy of separation for the sake of seeing a harmony or having an understanding, seeing one perspective. So it's almost like it feels like a mirror. It feels like pulling apart two things, pulling apart, showing the extremes of two things in order for them to be seen, in order for them to see each other and be seen. So this can be in a relationship. This can be in overall the experience, first of all, with the human collective right now. A lot of us are mirroring each other. A lot of us are connecting to this energy of awareness in the duality that we are all experiencing here. A lot of us are noticing that we are very different than those that we thought we were similar to. We're noticing how different we are, and we're having to face those differences and recognize that even though we have those strong differences that we didn't recognize were there, they are still there to show us a perspective that can bring us a shared wisdom, bring us a shared understanding, bring us a shared perspective. And so when you're looking at someone and you're noticing that they're very different than you, their beliefs, their values, their lifestyle, their actions, whatever it is, thoughts, emotions, behaviors, let yourself notice that those differences are they're being brought to the surface for a reason in our human collective, so that we can learn something from the differences that that person or that thing is reflecting back to us. And when we can look at it from that perspective, we start to see an understanding that we needed in our life, not just in that relationship or experience, but in others that we're experiencing at this time. So a lot of separation and duality for the purpose of looking at each other and seeing to be seen. And that's why we have this 2-4. And we've got the new moon in Scorpio with that. So that means that we're also connecting to this energy of the depths. A lot of the 2-world energy for that Scorpio season new moon is the underworld versus the higher realms, right? The lower realms versus the higher realms. So we may be seeing duality in our highest expression of ourselves and in our lowest expression of ourselves. And we're seeing the same in others, okay? So we want to use that as a mirror. We want to look at, okay, what is going on in the higher realms and what is going on in the lower realms, and why do we need to face that, and what can we see by looking at that will give us a new wisdom? What can we perceive that will give us a new wisdom? Okay. Now let's get into the actual reading now. How's everybody feeling from that? I'm in channel mode, as you can tell. Thank you, Daniela, for the super chat. Go ahead and drop your question if there's any specific message you want to come through, and I will send that out to you in just a second. We're still on the general reading, so we'll do Jasmine next and then Daniela. All right, so for the general reading, let's get back to that. Let's look at this, okay? So first of all, we've got everything in the center, okay? We've got everything in the center. I've got top over here, bottom over here. Everything is in the center, okay? So what they're saying, first of all, and I've been getting this message so much, y'all, so much, we have to be centered right now. We have to be centered right now. And what centered means specifically for us at this time with this new moon in Scorpio is we need to be present. We need to be present in the right here, right now. We don't want to be looking too far ahead into the future or too far back into the past. In fact, I'm getting that we really shouldn't be looking at the past at all, and maybe just a little bit of glimpse into the future, but very little into the past at all. We're really being called to wipe that clean, no more looking at the past. And then if we're going to look into the future, only enough to see a couple of steps ahead, not too far into the future right now, okay? We're really being called to stay present and stay centered. The first trinket here is the energy of anxiety, okay, and it's way off over here to the left. And what that's telling me is that the divine feminine energy is feeling anxious. What that means is that our centers for compassion, our centers for feeling safe, our centers for creating and birthing new things into the world is feeling a little bit tense. It's feeling a little threatened. It's feeling a little bit limited. This is a collective thing. This may be the stuff with the governments and everything with our bodies, with women's bodies, our sovereignty over our bodies. We're feeling called to not want to birth new life into this world when we're feeling controlled in a way, or suppressed, or oppressed in a lot of ways, okay? So this is an anxiety in the collective, but I'm also getting that it's not just for physical feminine expression or our bodies, but it's also an anxiety that's happening to a lot of the feminine collective who are taking on a lot of the pain and suffering of the collective. These are my empaths out there. So if you're an empath and you have a lot of feminine energy, and you can be a man and have a lot of feminine energy and be an empath, okay? So I'm not talking about gender or sexuality or sex. I'm talking about feminine energy. If you feel like you have a lot of feminine energy in your chart, in your being, in your spirit, and you feel like you're an empath, you're probably feeling a lot of anxiety and tension right now. It's because you're not just feeling what's going on in your life, you're feeling what's going on in the collective, and how the collective feminine energy is also being kind of caged and suppressed and limited, okay? So the biggest thing we want to do here is, we don't want to isolate, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of the feminine collective, the energy of the feminine collective, the feminine energy is isolating. This is causing people to want to isolate instead of go out in community. That's not going to help. It's going to keep you in that bubble of anxiety and tension. Instead, you want to go out with some community. You want to get around people that are like you, that can support you, that can make you feel safe, okay? You want to be around people that can make you feel safe. And you want to pinpoint, what is it that you're not feeling safe about? Is it physical safety with your body or your home or your location? Is it safety of your heart? Do you feel like your heart is vulnerable or unsafe? It's being threatened for being broken or being hurt. Is it your mind that feels unsafe? Do you feel attacked for your thoughts or beliefs? This is very important, okay? Figure out what part of you, are you spiritually feeling unsafe? Figure out what part of you is feeling unsafe, and then make sure to address that and nurture it and get around people or community that can help you feel safer in that area. Okay, so this is still the collective reading for the new moon. This is for everybody right now. We'll get to the personal readings in a moment. Thank you, everybody. I see you, Simple Goddess. I see you, Danielle Williams. All right, we've got a nice little line, so I'm going to keep it going so we can get to everybody's personals. All right, this next cluster, and like I said, we're staying centered, okay? So these are things that are happening right now. These are anxieties and tensions happening right now with empaths and the feminine energy feeling suppressed. Get into community, do not isolate, okay? And figure out what part of you feels unsafe so you can nurture it. The next part, this is another feminine energy, okay? These two are together. This is our feminine guide. This is our ancestral feminine guide, okay? This is my representation for our ancestors, our feminine collective ancestors, okay? This is Mother Earth. This is our great grandmothers. This is our grandmothers, our great grandmothers' grandmothers, okay? This is our generational line on our feminine side, on our mother's side, okay? Everybody watching. And this is the feminine energy, the collective ancestral energy. So this can also be Mother Earth, okay? And many indigenous tribes and peoples. Now, what this is saying is that this energy of ancestral wisdom and the feminine line is actually helping us all to remove our masks, to put down anything that is illusionary or deceptive, and to really start to show our true selves. Now, this isn't just our true selves in regards to how we see ourselves, but it's also our true selves in regards to what we are capable of. What I'm getting from this is that our ancestors on the feminine side in the collective is helping us to remove the mask so that we can be seen as the healers, the nurturers, the creators, the intuitives, the divine explorers and adventurers that we are, okay? The light warriors that we are. A lot of us are being forced to take our mask off and say, I am a healer. I am an intuitive. I am a light warrior, okay? And you're being forced to do that in uncomfortable ways because your ancestors are like, listen, we don't have any more time to wait for you to take the leap of faith to step into your luminary energy. You have to do it now because our generational line depends on it. Our human collective and the history and evolution of that depends on it, okay? So our ancestors, especially our ancient witches, ancient psychics, ancient intuitives, ancient healers, medicine women, the sages, the wizards, all of these ancient tribesmen and women, the shamans, the keepers of the medicine, all of these energies in our own family line are stepping up within our subconscious and our spirit and making some things happen in our lives that forces us to actually step into our light work. work, okay? Maybe that's losing your job. Maybe that's having to heal a family member or yourself, and so you have to learn your healing gifts even more. Maybe it's having to use your intuition to get you out of a sticky situation. Whatever it is, you're being forced into those situations from your ancestors to give you the opportunity to step into your light work as you're meant to in this time in human history. It's a big time to do so, okay? And really, to finish it out super easy, this little guy over here, this little elephant, a trinket of safety and protection, removing obstacles, very Ganesh energy like. This is my representation for removing obstacles and providing abundance in replace of obstacles, okay? So when we get present, when we stop isolating and feeling a certain way about our anxieties and kind of racking our brain in that energy, when we stop doing that and we start to get around community and we start to acknowledge our gifts and our light work and we step into that as a collective, especially at this time, new moon and Scorpio energy, that's when we get the abundance. That's when we get our guides to show up and remove any blockages in our path, any blockages in our energy, anything that's been keeping us from really being those healers, intuitives, light workers that we are. It gets cleared out and we step into even more abundance because we have heard the call from our ancestors to follow our medicine, okay? And to be the medicine, to be the healers we are. How dope is that? Yes. Yes, I love it. Go Kevin with the Creole, African, Native American, Scorpio. Yes, feeling the ancestors. I love it. I encourage everybody, if you don't know your ancestral line, figure it out by asking people in your family. If you feel comfortable, do the DNA thing. If you don't, then feel into it intuitively, meditate on it. I can teach you how to do that in our coaching program. If you're interested, 2 more slots open in the coaching program, super exclusive. I never offer that during the winter months, but I'm doing it. So you can tap in, okay? You can tap in. And it's important, do the work with your ancestors, because right now, y'all, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us, okay? What's going on in our world, what's going on in our world, what's going on in our life, what's going on in our soul contracts, it's bigger than us, okay? It's so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than we can fathom, okay? So pay attention. All right, I see everybody. So good to have everybody here. All right, Jasmine, you're up. You were the first one to get that $4.99 super chat in. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this helps, y'all. I really do appreciate it, y'all. I have got so much going on. I am about to open a virtual store like in a couple weeks for the holiday season, y'all. I am doing so much. I am in the process of curating a New Year's Eve show, a conscious New Year's Eve show, and out here in Arizona. I'm doing a lot. I'm working like every night on rehearsals, studio work, doing my readings, doing my coaching, all the things. So when I take time to do these readings, because Spirit guides me to, and then y'all just bless me with the super chats, I'm just like, oh, y'all love me and I appreciate it. Because I'm out here just doing what Spirit tells me to do, and it's a lot, but I'm grateful, y'all. It's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, for real. Ugh. Okay, so let me not get on that tangent because I could talk about how grateful I am for hours. Let's go ahead and feel into Jasmine. Okay, let me see, because I know you gave me a question. Whatever messages come through and what the guides need me to hear. Thank you. Absolutely, love. My bandana is acting up, so let me get this right real quick, y'all. Let me get this right. Usually I satchel it. Let's do it. Let's do it like all the way lit, okay? Let's do it all the way lit. I left my luminary bag, but I got some new ones and they are so gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous. All right, let's get this right. Let's get this right for Jasmine. I gotta get this right for Jasmine. Okay, all right, here we go. Now we good, now we good, now we good. I heard 4 beats. Bum, 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 bum. Is how it felt. Bum, 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 bum. 4 bumps. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so 4. 4 energies, okay? 4 energies for Jasmine, all right? There's going to be 4 energies coming through specifically in this reading for you. What I mean by that is there's 4 aspects that you're going to apply this reading to, 4 aspects in your life. It also feels like 4 elements of yourself. So there's a lot of number 4s. You maybe have been seeing a lot of 4s. You may not know why. This is why. Your guides are trying to tell you there's 4 parts of yourself and 4 experiences in your life that are being mirrored, like we talked about with the collective, or that are being forced to be seen right now. 4 elements of yourself and 4 experiences that are bringing those elements out, okay? You may be racking your brain or going through maybe 4 complicated situations. Each one of those situations is representing a different part of yourself that needs work right now, or needs lesson, needs refining, needs fine-tuning, okay? So lots of 4s, all right? Right away, I'm getting some energy of shielding yourself. You've taken your shields down. You've maybe been vulnerable, more vulnerable than you have been in a while. You've been maybe more vulnerable than you have been with somebody specific. Maybe you're feeling this. Maybe one of the situations you're feeling kind of like your vulnerability might be leaving you unshielded. This is normal to feel that way when you're vulnerable. It feels as though you are protected, though. You're protected by a really high vibrational energy through this time. So wherever you feel like your defenses are low, or wherever you feel vulnerable, whether you've chosen to put those defenses down or not, trust that you are safe and you are protected by beings that are higher vibrational. This feels very galactic, and I know that because I'm seeing a Moldavite here. I'm also seeing some earth energy, though, with this Unikite, so we'll get to that in a second. But there is an as above, so below factor to this that is really helping to keep you safe, even though you might feel like your defenses are down or things might be out of your control. This is one of the situations, okay? This is number 1 of the 4 experiences or 4 factors, okay? So I'm not being told that you should put your defenses back up per se, but they are saying this to stay observant and make sure not to put yourself in positions that could make your vulnerability a threat, that could make your vulnerability kind of cause you more detriment than need be. This is if you were to really kind of go far with it, kind of irresponsibly being vulnerable, okay? So don't be irresponsibly vulnerable just for the sake of being vulnerable and thinking you need to do that. Stay logical, keep your common sense about you, but you don't necessarily need to put your defenses back up right now because you are divinely protected, okay? This next part, they're wanting me to read, right to left. So this next part, this is number 2, the number 2 situation, okay? This number 2 situation is the shells and the skulls, okay? This is protecting your emotions. This is cleansing your emotions, okay? Jasmine, you with this vulnerability you were feeling in the first situation, this next layer of it, or this next element of it, is to make sure that you're cleansing and clearing any emotions that come up that aren't feeling good. Don't hoard or hold on to those because then you're holding them inside, and then you're kind of creating more negative feelings of vulnerability. But if you can let yourself be vulnerable and honor that, and really let yourself flush out those emotions that come up through these experiences you're facing, you'll actually find that you have you turn a new leaf. Emotionally, you gain a new strength, and you start to see your emotions differently, and you start to feel them in a more empowered way instead of being consumed or oppressed by them. So the emotional vulnerability is needing cleansing. You can do some water rituals, some spiritual baths, or just have a good cry, or do something that allows you to just feel like you can cleanse any heavy emotions at this time to help you face what you're experiencing, and also to help you have more clarity. But it does feel like you are you are in a place of also having some deep intuition about that. So you should actually know exactly what we're talking about. All right, so this next piece, okay, this is the third piece. Live life and be free. Live life, love life, and be free. Okay, these are the two little trinkets here. Live life, love life, and be free. That's what it says. And then we've got this Moldavite right here. The Moldavite is the galactic energy. Okay, so this is saying this third element, this is your protection. This is your connection to your source energy. You've been doing some work with the galactics, or maybe you haven't known that, but you've been maybe meditating more or tapping into more of your intuition, and you've been making some connection with the galactic realm, the cosmic realm, and it's giving you a sense of connection to your inner child. It's helping you have more joy and more vibrance in your life. It's helping you feel more free, even though you may be juggling these other situations that are causing you to feel a little vulnerable, okay? Part of us raising our vibration can be very vulnerable, and you may not know that you are connecting to the galactics, and maybe that was vulnerable for you to feel these new connections intuitively and not understand them, and maybe that's why you were kind of wondering, why your emotions are purging so much, because you're maybe raising your vibration and connecting more to these realms. So heavier energies have to come up to come out to really get yourself in that higher vibration and to stay there. And of course, it's normal to feel very vulnerable and let your defenses down when you're, raising your vibration and kind of learning that you've had walls up around your heart that you might not needed to have had, but that you can maybe keep yourself safe in other ways that are more beneficial, like having these high vibrational guides you're connecting to. Okay, so that's the third part of things for you, Jasmine. And the final part is all this earth energy, okay? And this is new beginnings with new magic here on earth, okay? Right here we have the desert rose representing purity and new beginnings. So this is the result, this is the cleansing result of you connecting to these higher guides, purging those emotions and taking down those shields that don't need to be there anymore. You're becoming more pure, okay? And as a result of that purity, you're also tapping into more earth magic. This is Unakite for earth magic. And I encourage you to get a Unakite crystal, Jasmine, for earth magic. What that really means is that you're going to be able to ground in your intentions into physical reality. That's really what earth magic is. It's letting the earth, the energy of physical reality, support your magical intentions or your intentions for desire. And you've got a lot of new beginnings for that right now, since it's the new moon in Scorpio and all of these other things are taking place. So thank you for your $4.99 super chat donation. I appreciate it, Jasmine. Let me know if that resonates. So good. Love it. Daniela, you're up next. Another $4.99 super chat. Thank you, love. And then after that, we'll have Danielle and Simple Goddess and Maria M. Yes. All right. Jasmine said yes. Thank you. Will you be at Lizzie Jeff's event coming on the 11th? I may be on her event on the 11th. That's a good question. I need to reach out to her. I think I will be, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to keep you posted. But I will say that pre-orders for my products are going to be on launch for 24 hours only on the 11th, on 11/11, from 11/11 at midnight to, well, really probably from 11/11 till about 12:12 the next day a.m. So for a full 25 hours or so, you'll be able to get some pre-orders in. So I'll be sending out info on that. Jasmine said, yes, thank you so much, especially with Halloween. I feel like a kid. I had no idea. I know exactly what you're talking about. Good. I'm so glad that resonated, Jasmine. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and put this back. Let's get Daniela in here. How's everybody feeling? If you're just joining, this is me doing a bone shaman reading. We opened up the sacred space just a bit ago, and now we are allowing the bone shaman ancestral connection that I've gained to help me do this bone casting divination reading for all of you who are wanting a personal reading. And I've got a few in the list, so I'll probably only take maybe two more people. Let's see if we can get to 33 with the super chat donations. We're at $24.96. Let's see if we can get to $33. I think that's a good number. All right, Daniela, here we go. Let me connect to Bone Shaman. Let's see what we got. All right, we've got 7 hits for you, 7 hits. And Daniela, I think you asked a question, but I asked the Bone Shaman to just answer whatever question you needed. Is there a message from my ancestors I need to hear right now? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, good. I must have picked that up because I didn't look at your question at first at all, so it worked out. All right, now, first of all, Daniela, we got a lot to go on. First of all, we had 7 hits with the trinkets. So 7 is representing spiritual growth, okay? So your ancestors want you to know that right now, everything you're going through is a part of your spiritual growth, and it's for the purpose of your spiritual growth. Now, we've got everything to the left here. I got my candle here, still burning. But we got everything to the left here on the stage of the reading, or I'm sorry, to the right. So that means that there's a lot of masculine healing going on. You're really being forced to stand strong in your masculine energy. We even got a stray over here, way over here. So I'm going to read him over here. There's actually like a little stray. I don't know if you guys can see him, but there's a little stray right here. Boom. So we'll talk about him in a second. But we've got this masculine energy, okay? Now, the masculine energy is healing, which means your sense of protection, your sense of productivity, your sense of purpose, your sense of drive, your sense of discipline is needing, your birthday's on the 7th, and that's why you got the 7 hits. That makes sense. And spiritual growth as well, but that makes a whole lot of sense. So your 7th, on the 7th is your birthday, which is another sign of spiritual growth, because you're always growing every birthday spiritually. And the 7 hits, so perfect. All this masculine energy, discipline, strength, determination, purpose, productivity, all of this is being tested for you right now, Daniela. And actually, the guides want me to talk about this little stray first, this little guy down here, right here. And this is little confetti ball, okay? And it's actually way up here at the top. From my view, it's at the top of the stage, way off the stage, actually. And it's kind of in this little sea, right? It's in a cosmic sea. It's a cosmic energy, very cosmic, okay? So this is actually really, really powerful, Daniela. This is your masculine guides from the galaxies. So you have ancestors, yes, supporting you, but you also have some galactic ancestors mainly that are supporting you right now at this time. And they're really high vibrational. I'm feeling like 8th, 7th, and 8th dimension. I'm feeling 8th dimension really, 8th, maybe 9th dimensional even, spirit guides from your galactic families. And they're watching over all of this happening right now in your masculine energy growth and evolution, okay? So first of all, these are all pretty clumped together, although I do see a line right here, so I'm going to read them according to that. So we'll start here and then we'll read those, okay? So here, let's start here. First of all, masculine again, masculine ancestral energy. Okay, this is my masculine ancestral energy trinket. That very deep ancestral energy. And it's upside down, which means that you're being forced to look at your connections to the ancestors in a different way, or maybe even develop your connection to your ancestors in a different way, which would make sense because you're really wanting to develop your connection to your galactic ancestors right now. So you want to look at it from not the perspective of your lineage, but more so from the perspective of your cosmic lineage and connections, okay? Those are the ancestors that you want to connect to that are going to help you see things through this masculine evolution. Now, you're also getting the void space here, which means that you want to really just start from scratch. You kind of want to let go of everything that you thought you knew about your connections to your masculine energy and what that really means, your definition of your masculine expression. Maybe you've always thought that you were a tomboy, or maybe you've always thought that you didn't have a lot of feminine energy, or maybe you always thought something very specific about your masculine expression. Give yourself a chance to let go of that perspective and look at things differently based on you connecting to your galactic guides through meditation and intention, and noticing what new perspectives you may gain from setting that intention, okay? Now, a part of those new perspectives is also joy. You're also getting the live life and love life. So really having a joyful outlook on your masculine energy and evolution, making sure that you appreciate the ways in which you've already shown up in your masculine energy, even if it's not at the level that you'd like. Having joy joy about your perspective on it, okay? Now, in that joyful perspective, you also want to not be naive, okay? And part of that ability to not be naive but also joyful is to be appreciative of the lessons you're needing to learn that will help you evolve in your masculine energy, Daniela. So this is really represented here, okay? We've got some addiction energy here, which is habits that have been detrimental to a divinely masculine expression, meaning habits that have gotten in the way of your discipline for the purpose of you achieving certain goals, habits that have gotten in the way of your physical health and your ability to support yourself physically towards the goals that you've set. These are habits that have gotten in the way of you keeping yourself safe and feeling safe and fully supported financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, okay? So really letting go of habits that have gotten in the way of your divine masculine expression and being honest with yourself about that. These are habits that have turned into kind of addictions. That's what you really want to pay attention to. Things that you feel like you're having a hard time stopping, even though you know it's not serving your masculine growth of development and spiritual energy. Also, any anxiety around the progression of your discipline, the progression of your prosperity. Let go of the anxieties around abundance. I'm feeling like there's a lot of fear around that. Call on your guides and remember they are abundance and they are you. So you can ask them to shine down ideas, inspiration, and resources for you to gain abundance. But you also have to be in the receptive mode. So make sure that you're not assuming things negatively and keeping yourself blocked from abundance because of it. All right, that's that first half, Daniela. Now the next thing is for you. You're also kind of taking on a new approach of being more vulnerable in some areas, and it's causing you to isolate as well. The vulnerability, though, is more so vulnerability with yourself, and you're kind of starting to see yourself in a way that maybe you weren't ready for. This feels like shadow work, and it's kind of causing you to shy away from others or kind of get into a hermit mode. That's okay, but don't go too far into those depths, okay? Just go there enough to understand and see yourself the way you need to in order to make a change, and then come back into your focus with community, and that will really help you kind of have a new progress with things. But don't go too far into isolation. And it's okay to be vulnerable with that shadow work, because that's what's going to help you to get wise enough to come back in to the situation with a better perspective and head on your shoulders, okay? Now I'm getting here with this last little clump of trinkets, some divine feminine ancestral energy. Daniela, I know I've done a past life reading for you before. This one feels like those two past life energies that have come through most, the feminine energies, okay? The water goddess and Itchel, okay? I'm feeling them for you, and I'm feeling like they're really encouraging you to keep your mask off. They're saying, don't put that mask back on. Don't think that it's your protection, okay? So if maybe you've been feeling tempted to even go back to parts of the matrix, or feeling tempted to go back to parts that represent that for you, or maybe represent old comforts that you've walked away from recently, don't put those masks back on. Don't think that that's your safety. It's not. That's a false sense of safety, and it's actually a test for you on whether you're going to take the route of actually creating the safety net that you need from your own divine masculine center, or if you're going to just choose the safety net of comfortability and leaning on a false sense of masculine support, maybe in the matrix or in another area of life that doesn't really represent your true foundation that you want to build, okay? Powerful stuff, y'all. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? That was for you, Daniela. Thank you for the super chat. So fun. Danielle Williams is next, then Simple Goddess, then Maria. Daniela says, wow, yes, so right. Oh my gosh, so cool. All right. I love it, Kevin. Nice vibes with the Moldavite and the strong matriarchal line. I am with it. All right, y'all. So we got Danielle here. Danielle is next. Danielle, and she's asking, I just saw it. Any messages the universe might have for me will be great. Thank you so much. Yes, Danielle, I got you. I got you. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. Power of 3. 1, 2, 3 for the pull. Really easy. 3 trinkets and 3 energies. Danielle, I first want to mention that I felt a lot of solar plexus things happening. It went from the heart to the solar plexus. So what they're saying first is that your heart and your solar plexus are doing a lot of work right now to harmonize each other. And I've felt this from a lot of people, actually. This is kind of a theme lately in the Mass Collective too. So some of you may also resonate to this outside of Danielle, but this is an energy of heart and solar plexus. So this is saying that something that you're really wanting and desiring is needing some confidence. You're working your confidence around something that you're trying to make happen, or around something that you really want to happen. You're having to face a lot of things around your power and confidence in order to have that heart energy feel supported. So that's okay, and really let yourself feel into your power, trust in your power, reaffirm your power, Danielle, so that you can remind yourself that you do deserve what it is that you're wanting, and that you can and absolutely will manifest it, okay? And that everything is going to be okay when you believe, okay? That when you believe, that's a powerful one. Now for you, Danielle, it's a beautiful triangle as well. Like I said, it was a 1, 2, 3 energy. So Trinity energy, harmony energy. I'm getting this really powerful energy of a triangle or a pyramid as well. The Trinity energy there. So 3 different parts coming together to build something sustainable. Okay. Now, I don't know how that relates to what you're going through particularly, but pay attention to things with elements of 3, and make sure when you do have that you find ways to harmonize those 3 elements for the purpose of whatever goal you have that they are connected to, okay? Now, you are getting some ancestral connection here, but this is more so connection to, for you, this is a connection to a home. A connection to a home that you used to grow up in, a home that you were in for a long time, or a home that represents your history or your past. This is a home for you in your family, that you grew up on something special. There's significance there. Something's going on with that. There's an energy of maybe needing to visit, needing to reconnect to the memories of that place, needing to have that. It's connected to your heart. It's connected to that heart energy we were just talking about. Have that past memory of that home reaffirm the power of your heart and the power of your solar plexus, the power of your desire and the power of your pride and your confidence. Maybe you had a lot of confidence back then, or you gained strength in your confidence. Maybe you had to build confidence in that home that you are reflecting on. These memories of your childhood, or these memories of the home, are going to help you to reaffirm yourself, and to also give you some more kindred connections to your own sense of power, okay? Sense of power. This can even be your fight, your inner fight energy, your resilience. It feels like the home that I'm speaking of that's nostalgic for you represents a lot of that as well. Resilience and this inner fight, or this inner power. Inner power, okay? I'm also getting this feminine energy. Again, this is usually our ancestral energy, but for you, love, it's more so just your intuition. For you, I'm getting that this is your ability to cater and care for your intuition, and as you do that, you're also going to feel more alignment and more clarity in really identifying what you want in even more specifics and pursuing it with your solar plexus drive, your ability to set the goal in motion, and trust and believe, again, believe that it can be. So use your intuition, follow your intuition, develop your intuition if you haven't. This is a sign that it's time to develop your intuition if you haven't already, Danielle. And if you have, make sure you're using it. Don't just let it go unused, okay? Your guides are saying there's a lot of knowledge and fertility around you right now. This can be fertility of new information. This can be fertility for new ideas and new creative projects. This can also be a new child or expanding your family, fertility for actual childbirth. What I'm getting for this is that there is a home energy with this too. So it actually may be an energy where there's an inner child vibration, or a vibration of family, a vibration of caring for new life. So it may be a child on the way, or it may be even part of your inner child rebirthing from this old home that you were nostalgic with, that you learned a lot, and you're rebirthing it through your intuition. So you're kind of having to face maybe some parts of your childhood and maybe having to relive them a bit so that you can look at them differently, rebirth that part of you, and really appreciate the inner child for what it is, okay? So Danielle, this is a powerful energy for you. You know, there's a lot of things here in your intuition, and your intuition is going to guide you the most and keep you in that place of power, empowerment, okay? Yes, how we doing? Danielle, let me know how that went for you. Danielle Williams, good to see you. Thank you for that simple chat, or super chat donation. Have I been saying simple chat the whole time, y'all? Oh, I'm glad you love the drums, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you for the light and love. Yes, sending that to Simple Goddess. Absolutely. Okay. All right, Simple Goddess, we got you, because you got an MRI tomorrow. It says, just wondering if there's a message for you regarding the results of it. Great question. Let us find out. Let us find out, Simple Goddess, with the MRI. Okay. Okay. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 parts of this, and there were 3 hits. Yeah, 3 hits. And first of all, Simple Goddess, doesn't feel like you need to be worried at all. This is happening for the purpose of you seeing some things that you need to clean up or send some energy to, send some healing to. You have some galactic guides as well in the cosmos, and specifically the heavens. And I'm talking over here first with these 2 guys over here. Higher realms again off the stage, and higher realms, and these 2 are together. This is the void space, and this is the cosmic realm. Now in these 2 energies, I'm getting like the new moon is really helping you connect to your cosmic guides, and all of this MRI stuff is happening on the new moon energy for a reason. It's to bring you into wisdom that you need to help you, it feels like, clean up your physical or lifestyle behaviors that may be causing some issues medically, okay, physically. And it's almost feeling like maybe you've been feeling like your body's been giving up on you in certain areas, or your body's been kind of letting you down, and you didn't know why or what's been going on. You have been actually in pain over not fulfilling your purpose and not finding abundance from what you feel like is your purpose. The pain of not finding abundance from what you feel like is your purpose is causing your body to feel less than, or it's causing you to feel like your body's not showing up for you, or it's causing that correlation of you feeling like you're not showing up for you, so now your body is doing things to make it not show up for you. It's a mirror relationship. It's all connected. And there's some hidden ways that you try to protect yourself from those feelings of disappointment or self-disappointment that are not serving you and that are unhealthy. These are unhealthy habits, whether it's maybe dietary stuff or physical things, like something you're consuming, something you're doing physically and emotionally, that's causing you to have this whole loop of experience happen. It's almost like a self-medicating or doing something to distract you from what's really going on. So instead of facing the problem and finding a strategy to make more money off your purpose, you're instead kind of leaning more into unhealthy habits or perspectives that cause you to continue looping this feeling of giving up on yourself, or feeling like your body's giving up on you, or feeling like your energy isn't serving you the way you want it, so you want to give up. And so it's like, and this isn't, so dramatic as, giving up on life, but it's more so just feeling frustrated, feeling defeated, feeling down, feeling let down by yourself, or feeling let down by what you've put into your purpose. What I'm getting from this is that the way to rise above this is to know that you have this energy, the cosmic realm and the void space, which means you need to work with what you don't know, and you need to create. You need to step into the energy of creation, higher vibrational creation. You need to take into accountability that you are the one that creates your reality. So really learning that, studying that more, getting really clear on what else you need to do to amplify the opportunity to create what you want, okay? And also facing yourself, facing the obstacles instead of running from them and doing these negative, unhealthy habits. Stop running from your obstacles, instead face them and find strategy, and that's what's going to remove the blocks. That's what's going to, have this energy of overcome a victory. But you have to face it. If you run from it, you won't have the victory you're looking for. Okay, but there is abundance here for you. Okay, Simple Goddess, there is abundance here for you, but you've got to go through these tests, and you've got to show yourself that you're strong enough and resilient enough to keep going anyway, and to keep learning and keep strategizing anyway, and to face those struggles and challenges anyway, because the path is not meant to be easy, but you are meant to get stronger as you face things that aren't easy on the path. So keep facing them, and eventually your strength will get so strong that you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I'm exactly where I've wanted to be. It's just like climbing a mountain. You look up and it seems impossible, but if you keep taking those steps over and over again, eventually you'll realize you're at the top of the mountain and you've made it up the top. Okay, so that's for you, Simple Goddess. I hope that helps. Let me know. Love it. Thank you for the super chat donation, Simple Goddess. May your MRI be wonderful tomorrow. It feels like the results, just to answer that question, it feels like the results of the MRI, you're going to be okay. But whatever comes out from the MRI, no matter what the results are, they're there to show you that there's something there's something that is physically being affected because of this perspective of giving up on yourself energetically, or feeling frustrated with yourself energetically, or feeling frustrated that your purpose is maybe not serving you the way you want to. So that is a really big one. Okay, so once you kind of get to the bottom of that, the MRI stuff is gonna be no big deal. Makes absolute sense. Good. I'm so glad to help, Simple Goddess. She says, yes, I have felt my body letting me down, consuming too much cannabis. Got it. Yep, that's the addiction stuff. Yep, lately for sure, and feeling seen right now. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to help you, love. So happy to help. Oh, yes, I understand. I'm here with you. You are not alone, love. Yes, 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 yeah. Yep. Oh, Danielle came back to affirm. Yes, you had a lot of, you had not a great childhood, a lot of past childhood trauma surfacing lately. So that was resonant for you from your reading. Wonderful. Okay, great. So happy to help you there. Jasmine, yes, it's okay to add your reading to the YouTube channel. No worries. Just make sure to tag me and let people know where they can get a one-on-one reading from me. That would be great. Yes, Layla, go ahead and make a donation for a reading. Absolutely, love. We've got one more before you. We've got Maria next. And then we'll do Layla, and then that'll actually be it for the night. Okay, everyone? That'll be my last two for the night. Anybody who didn't get reads after that will have to wait for next time, or you can schedule a one-on-one bone shaman reading with me where we go through a few different questions for you personally. We can do a pull for love life, work life, family life, and spiritual growth one-on-one, and that's on sale for only $88. You can schedule that through my Calendly link that I post on all my weekly readings to book a session, but I'll also add it to this live once it's uploaded. So if you don't get your questions answered tonight, you can come back for a first Friday next month for these little mini readings, or you can book a one-on-one for only $88 for a full hour of these readings. And you can do that anytime. You can even do it if you got a little mini reading here today too. All right, Maria, let's see what we got for you. Thank you for the super chat, $4.99. What I need to heal in order to get rid of anxiety that I've been through. All right, Maria, I got you, love. You have a lot of anxiety. All right, let me go get the void space ball. It rolled away. All right. Well, I got a pretty strong message with that one because that was a pretty strong pull. First of all, let's start here. Okay, let's start here, Maria. The void space. You are afraid of the unknown. Okay, you are afraid of it. You are so afraid of the unknown that you want nothing to do with it. In fact, you want it as far away from you as possible. You don't want any kind of unknown in your life. The void space, the unknown, it scares you. You don't know what to do with it. And this is a big part of why you have so much anxiety. Anytime anything unknown or out of your control shows up, you freak out and you kind of throw it away, or you start to feel like you're consumed and you're being attacked by it, and you kind of go into defense. And so you've got to heal your fear of the unknown. That's how you get rid of your anxiety and the anxiety you've been through. You need to look back on all the things that you've been through that are surrounding your anxiety and what has sparked it. And you need to really allow yourself to find peace with what you don't know about that situation, or what you didn't know that maybe you wish you would have known, or anything like that. You can't beat yourself up for what you didn't know in the past, that you wish you would have known before something happened. You can't change that kind of stuff. And oftentimes spirit doesn't let us know certain things because it needs us to go through those experiences in order to learn what we learned from that. So no more fear of the unknown, okay? This is an opportunity for you to really heal that fear of the unknown and start to embrace the unknown for what it is. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for creativity. It's an opportunity for new experience. It's an opportunity for adventure and curiosity and awe and excitement, okay? We can bring in a positive perspective around the unknown, and when you do that, you will start to heal from it. So start to do some research about how to embrace the unknown, or the shadow work of embracing the unknown, and that's going to greatly help you. Now, Maria, you're also feeling really vulnerable in letting your guard down in a lot of different things you've had to let your guard down in recently. And those things you've let your guard down in are also making you face, or giving you really the opportunity to face the unknown. And actually the full the full reading or the full reasoning for you needing to face the unknown is to see what you don't know so that you can learn, what you need to know in order to feel safe, okay? If we don't face what we don't know, if we're so afraid of the unknown that we're not facing what we don't know, then we never recognize what we need to learn, and we never actually learn more. We just stay where we're at in this fear of the unknown and this refusal to know more. So we really need to also learn new things and be receptive to learning. So this is about research. About the information that you may be missing that would help you feel better about the unknown, okay? For example, since everybody's going through this vaccine stuff, right? This is an example that I'm going to use from one of my clients who was really battling with her decision on getting the vaccine or not, because she was being threatened to be fired and all these things if she didn't get it. She didn't want to get it, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, you're afraid right now of losing your job, and it's paralyzing you in fear. And that paralyzed fear is just a result of you just not knowing. You don't have enough information to make a decision. So you need to research what other jobs are out there, what options are there out there, what other information can help you support what you're feeling about not wanting to take the vaccine, and what information is out there that gives you a different perspective about it. So you can look at both of those perspectives and decide what you really want to do and which decision represents you most. Educate and research. What are your options if you get fired? Can you get unemployment, etc. So by researching that information around her conflict, she was able to face the unknown and learn what she needed to know for her to feel safe enough to make a decision. So that's the same thing for you, Maria. For you, Maria, it's really important for you to learn what you need to learn, so that you can get more comfortable with the unknown. Even if you can't learn everything you want to learn about the situation, just learn as much as you can about the options around it so that you can start to release that anxiety. And as you release that anxiety, you're going to start to build abundance and connection to your intuition, as well as the sense of purity from the anxiety. You're going to start to heal, and you're going to start to notice that anxiety was really just a call for you to use your intuition. It was really just a call for you to start purifying and filtering the way you receive energy and facing the unknown so you can ask the right questions, learn the right things to find the clarity that you need with the intuition you already have, okay? So Maria, I hope that helped you. I really do. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. So heal your fear of the unknown, okay, love? And you're not alone with that, okay? You are not alone with that. All right, Layla, you're next. My last one of the night. Sending me a Venmo, no problem. And you just want some new moon guidance and whatever spirit or bone shaman wants you to know about. Know to be abundant in all areas. Been oscillating between feeling very abundant and some lack in spirituality. Okay, no problem. Oh, Maria, thank you. She said, I know I've been afraid that what I'm feeling on my body, a feeling of being scary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, no problem, Maria. I'm so happy to help, love. Keep facing that fear of the unknown and know you're not alone, because we all have that sometimes. But you will get through it as you continue to remind yourself that you're wise and that you have the answers that you need, okay? You always have what you need. All right, Layla, last message, last super chat, last reading. Thank you, everybody. $24.96 in the super chat. So grateful for all of you. So many readings we got to do. We did a new moon general reading in Scorpio and tons of little mini readings. This is our last one for Layla. Let's see what we got. Two. Hits two, okay? Hits two. The two is for you, Layla. It was like a smooth two. It was like a drum, drum. Like a heartbeat. Like a heartbeat is what they're saying, like a heartbeat. Love that. So there's this energy of a heartbeat for you. What they're saying is that they want you to follow your heart, follow what makes your heart expand, what makes your heart excited, what makes your heart giddy. Follow your passion, follow your heart. There's something that maybe you've been wanting to do, but you haven't been following your heart on. You need to do that because it's kind of blocking the flow of the other areas of your heart center that is creating energy. Okay. Oh, so much validation already. Great. We haven't even gotten into the trinkets yet. So good, Layla. So yeah, follow your heart, follow the heartbeat. Okay. Now, you're getting a lot of energy in the middle, okay? And then there's one little energy to the side. So I'm going to read this first chunk right away. And this is something in a progression in order. So I'm going to read it in order, okay? The first thing is that you asked about your abundance in your career and your spirituality and your success. You're already there. You're already present in that. You are the abundance. You are the creation. You are the manifestation. You're present in that energy right now. Don't doubt it, okay? Don't doubt it. You want to step over the illusions that are in front of you that make you think that you can't get to the next step of your magic or the next level of your magic or the next level of your career. You need to step over those illusions, really reminding yourself that you're above that. You're above those kind of thoughts. You're above those kind of perspectives. These are parts of the old you. These are parts of, these are just old news. These are like, they're not even that strong of energies. They're only getting stronger because you're letting yourself look at them. It's as if you are stopping to gaze into a muddy puddle that you just walked over. It's like, why turn around and gaze into that muddy puddle? It doesn't have anything clear or serving for you. Just walk over it and keep going, okay? So anytime you feel those thoughts or fears creep up, just remind yourself that's some old news. It's an old muddy puddle. I don't need to stop and look at it and examine it. I don't need to understand why it's there. It's just a result of some old energy, still residue coming up and clearing, and you can just, fake problems, exactly, fake problems, stepping over it, okay? And when you step over that and you literally choose, and you recognize and you claim that power of being able to just say, no, that's not real, I'm above that, that step in that perspective is your new magic. It is the other side of it, okay? And there's an energy there of that being kind of addicting as well, the process of creating fake problems and then overcoming them. Ooh, this is a big message. This is a message for a lot of people I'm getting. This is really great, Layla. When we create fake problems and then step over them, overcome them, and we feel that rush of we did it, we accomplished something, that can be addicting. The addiction of overcoming things. And sometimes that addiction of overcoming things is so good that we start creating more things to overcome just to have that rush. Instead of just saying, we don't need to struggle, we don't need to have those kind of problems just to feel a rush within us of accomplishment. We can feel that rush of accomplishment just in being here right now, present in abundance and doing our power work and our soul purpose. Ooh, I'm getting all the chills. Yes, so deep, love, so deep. We all get a little addicted to that, right? That idea of, oh, I just got done with the shadow work, or, oh, I just, went through this big healing, cleansing purge, instead of I woke up healthy, wealthy, and whole, just being happy and present in the rush of being here and now in success without needing to prove it through accomplishing or overcoming struggle, okay? And this is something in your generational line, Layla. This isn't just falling on you. This is something that you are being called to clear for your family members and your relatives who have also had the same issue. So just trust that as you recognize that attachment, maybe sometimes to that process, that you all are going to clear it, and that it is clearing it for the generational line so that you can help the others that descend from you also not have that. And then over to the side here, they want you to do a little bit of work to research. I have a glass table underneath this, and I swear it's probably cracked and crazy because of all the crystals that have fallen on it. But anyway, but research and study what actions you can put in place to help you maybe attached to more of the rush of just being good right now without needing conflict to make you feel good, okay? New behaviors, new ways to celebrate the here and now, bliss and prosperity, and also studying ways this has shown up in your family line so you can recognize it more outside of yourself, which will help you recognize it within yourself, okay? Use your family members who do this too as an example for you so you can catch yourself even more. All right, does that help? How's everybody feeling? Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it, Kevin, thinking about my Nothing Forest video. Y'all should go watch my shadow work video. Did you see it? I posted my shadow work video. It is up right now. I posted it on Halloween night, or really at midnight on Halloween. So it's up right now. Go check out my shadow work music video. It's a vibe. It's such a Scorpio vibe. Let me know what you think in the comments when you go watch it. Watch it over and over again. Send it to your friends. Let's get it up to 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 views. I've got like 5.7 views on the Jump video, my very first music video I ever released in 2018. So go give Shadowwork some love. It's my newest music video, and I want to get that one up there just as high. So definitely help me out there. If you're in the AZ area, or if you want to come visit the AZ area for New Year's, I've got a killer New Year's Eve celebration. I shouldn't even say killer. It's a thriving, shining, blossoming, evolving, emerging energy for the New Year's. And it's going to be a conscious New Year's Eve celebration with a couple of my favorite collaborative artists and conscious music beings, and a lot of really fun stuff. So if you're interested in that, it's going to be a very powerful ceremony and celebration. Definitely fly out here, drive out here, bus out here if you're not from AZ, and come out here to celebrate New Year's Eve 2022 with us. I'm going to be posting all about it in the next couple days on my Instagram at Readings by Rissa. And also, what else is there? Oh yeah. Hit me up if you want to learn more about how to develop your intuition deeper and step into your soul purpose. I've got 2 spots open on my coaching program. In my coaching program, only 2 people able to join the coaching program before next year's full group is opened up in the full enrollment. So yeah, super excited to do that. So if you're interested, email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com. Danielle, I'm glad I'm back too. Thank you so much. So glad that the reading helped. Thank you, Layla. I'm so glad you watched my video. So glad that you're going to reteach your shadow work dance in your next Goddess Abundance. If you're in Arizona, definitely check that out at Abundance Space. Layla does these amazing abundance classes. So grateful. She says, so grateful and excited. Keep being called to have sex as a part of my self-care. Anything on that? You know, I've been celibate. Ooh, well, I will say Scorpio season is a powerful season right now. I would say really dive deep and make sure it's not just the Scorpio season energy kind of amplifying that. And just make sure that if you do participate in sexual connection, and I did actually talk a lot about this on my weekly reading, Layla, so make sure to go check that out. I posted it a few days ago on Sunday, so just go to the videos tabs and you can see that in the live. I did talk a lot about it, but protect your energy, protect your spirit, protect your body if you are going to go partake in some sensual sex magic. Okay, good. I'm glad you saw it. So yeah, I would say feel into it. Make sure that the intentions behind that desire is in alignment with what you originally set your intention for as to why you were celibate. You know, like maybe you said, okay, I'm going to be celibate until I experience this, or until I feel I'm this way. Make sure you're in that vibration. Make sure you're honoring that commitment. And if you are, I would say go for it, and keep yourself safe. Yes, Danielle, how much for what? I can't remember what I said. If it's for the coaching, just email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, and I will cover all of the details on that for you. We'll have a little consultation, and we'll chat about it. I honestly don't remember what I just said, so tell me how much or what you were talking about, because I forgot. All right, everybody, I love you all. Thanks again. These readings are so fun. 84 minutes. Oh my gosh, we've been on here for so long. I'm gonna go get myself some dinner. I love you. Thank you, Bone Shaman, for assisting. Let me ring the drum a little bit before we go, just to call out the spirit and close the ceremonial space. Sending love and gratitude to our ancestors. Sending love and gratitude to ourselves, our higher selves. And sending love and gratitude to our bodies, grounded here and now into this present moment, centered in this ideal vibration of experience that we are in at this time. Breathing deeply in. And exhaling. Beautiful. I love you all so much. Thank you for another First Friday Bone Shaman Bone Casting reading. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll see you on Sunday for a brand new weekly reading. Yes, the Intuition Coaching Danielle. Send me an email, readingsbyrus@gmail.com. I'd love to have you as one of the 2 spots left for my coaching container. I just graduated a bunch of them from the regular season of coaching. 6 beautiful luminaries just graduated, and I'd love to have you as the next one, 2 of you, and it'll be great. So I love you all so much. I'll look for that email, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.